And as you said, the problems are common, whether in America or in Egypt. But here in Egypt, in recent years, there have been efforts to improve the lives of women with issues like domestic violence, like female genital mutilation, girls' education, now high priorities on the government agenda. From what you've seen and heard during your visit here, how would you assess Egypt's efforts, and what are some of the success stories that you would like to see emulated in other parts of the world?
I leave here very inspired. I have been not only here in Cairo in meetings talking to a cross-section of women and men, but I was able to travel to Alexandria, I was able to travel to Aswan, to meet with people at the local level and see the kinds of things that they are doing to better their lives. You talked about the attack on child marriage, which is critically important so that a girl is not shortchanged in her life, but that she can get the education she needs to be a better mother, to be a better contributor to her society. Attacking violence against women, we had interesting discussions with the team that is part of the Council of Women here in this country as they're developing a national strategy on this issue, and we are able to collaborate and work on some of that, bringing our own experiences to the table as it may be helpful. Dealing with female genital mutilation, another sometimes deeply embedded social practice. But when people come together, as you're proving here in Egypt, in the villages, in men and women, leaders and others all gathering and talking about how this is a significant health problem, why it is not mandated religiously, why it needs to be ended for the good of the girl and her family, change comes. And the kind of wonderful...
Albeit slowly.
It comes, albeit slowly at times, but it comes, and the fact that more and more people are engaged, that we see these issues not just as women's issues. They are critical women's issues. They make a difference in every woman's life. But unless we improve the lives of women, we will not improve the lives of our countries, our societies, our world. So it is incumbent on us, it is such an imperative that we recognize how critical these issues are for all people.
Ambassador Verveer, wouldn't you agree that men's attitudes need to change first?
I agree with that, because I think a lot of the problems come from culturally held, deeply embedded attitudes. And so attitudes have to change, but attitudes are changing. And when you see progress on some of these practices that have gone on for many, many decades, and yet with education, which is fundamental to everything, improvements in education, access to education, and the kind of efforts for communities to come together and recognize that these are issues that they need to address, that's how change really comes. But yes, we're all part of the solution, and we all have to be part of that solution.
Ambassador Verveer, finally, what is your message to women around the world who believe in the power of opportunity, freedom, and change? What would you like to tell them?
Well, you know, the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, often says that talent is universal, but opportunity is not. Women are immensely talented. Each of them has great potential to make a difference for herself, for her family, for her community, for her country. But she has to have the opportunity. I would say to women everywhere whom and I know this firsthand, each woman knows deep inside of her value, her dignity. She has a deep desire for a better life, to have her rights protected, to be respected. If we can unleash the talent of the world that women have, not just half of our population, but all of our population, that potential is yet not tapped. Imagine if it were truly tapped. Imagine if opportunity truly came. Imagine the difference we would create for our world.
Excellency Ambassador Milan Verveer, American Ambassador at Large for Global Women's Issues, we thank you for joining us in the hot seat.
Thank you very much.